The View Whoopi Goldberg tears Bright Hostin for taking care of her business. Fans appeared to be worked up last week when Bright Hostin needed to peruse a lawful disclaimer on The View. Nonetheless, this was after somebody shared it via virtual entertainment. What those cannot deny is that Bright peruses these all the time since it is a necessity for the show. In any case, Whoopi Goldberg only hauled Radiant for taking care of her business this week. This occurred and why it appears to be so unusual. Whoopi Goldberg hauls Radiant Hostin on The View. Last week, the ladies of The View were discussing lawful issues for a lawmaker when Whoopi Goldberg reminded Bright Hostin she needed to peruse a legitimate disclaimer. At the point when a political intellectual saw this, they shared it via online entertainment, ridiculing Bright. What they can be sure of is that Bright peruses these all the time since it's her work. This week, Radiant was once again at it once more, taking care of her business and following the orders from the chiefs. Be that as it may, while Whoopi advised her to do it last week, this week, Whoopi behaved like it was fooling around. It looked bad to Bright. Whoopi raised Pete Hegseth on The View. He should be the chosen one for Secretary of Protection for Donald Trump. Nonetheless, he has a few claims against him. These incorporate the charges that he has manhandled a few ladies, and the hosts examined these issues. Radiant Hostin then started to peruse the lawful disclaimer since it is required. She read that an individual who made the charges had retracted them. Nonetheless, when the off-camera team attempted to wrap up the fragment, Whoopi said Radiant wouldn't be just fast. After Bright wrapped up perusing the disclaimer, she said, "You hurried me for that?" The View fans partake in the to and fro. After this occurred, a few fans took to web-based entertainment to examine the whole to and fro between Whoopi Goldberg and Bright Hostin on The View. Here is an example of a portion of the remarks, through beasts and pundits. "She said you searched me for that," with a woman snickering as a gif. Bright Hostin perusing lawful language that totally breaks down their perspectives they just talked about is all PUER parody. She's in a real sense kicking the bucket inside as she understands this. While it appears to be odd to see Bright Hostin perusing the lawful disclaimers after conversations, it additionally appears to be bizarre that other information and assessment shows don't do as such too.